Just what did John Payne whisper in Evelyn Keyes' ear? Well, back with me to discuss 99 River Street is the man who programmed it for us, film noir historian Eddie Muller. What do you think he said?
Well, I knew Evelyn.
Or you know what? Yes.
And
I want to talk about that.
Yes. I assume it was a little off color.
Uh-huh. Yeah, salty lady.
Yes.
Now, you wrote a book about film noir dames, and she was very much a part of the book.
Absolutely.
Tell a little about her, because she was a fascinating lady.
Well, what was great was when I first met Evelyn, it was kind of a cold call at her apartment in Los Angeles, and she thought that I was, of course, coming to talk to her about Gone with the Wind, because she was one of the last surviving cast members, played, Scarlett O'Hara's younger sister, the name of her autobiography.
Right.
But when she found out that I really wanted to talk to her about The Prowler and 99 River Street, she lit up like a Roman candle, because she loved making those films and really was tired of talking about Gone with the Wind. And I just discovered the most delightful, intelligent, salty, as you say, woman I think I've ever encountered.
Yeah.
She was a remarkable person.
So she was an interesting lady. I was once told that she was the one all the guys went after. There was something about Evelyn Keyes in person that attracted all the guys. So if Paulette Goddard was there, Lana Turner, Hedy Lamarr, I mean, they all kind of went towards Evelyn. But they never could quite capture that on film. But I think in the film noir movies, they get her appeal more than other films, because they kept trying to give her movies, but whatever she had didn't quite communicate on camera as it did in person.
That's
in
exactly
film noir,
right.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why she was surprised that I chose to profile her for these films, because she said, wow, I don't, I wasn't aware that people remembered these.
Yeah. And she was in a lot of big films. Here Comes Mr. Jordan, and The Jolson Story, and so many things. But it was these film noirs that kind of
I think
her.
Early on in her career, she figured out that what they wanted from her was for her to be adorable. And she would say that very often. I was paid to be adorable. And yet, if you knew her, you know that there's a less adorable side of Evelyn's personality that these films allowed her to show.
Yeah.
And she was very proud of them. And I think it's a lot of her best work. I mean, in 99 River Street, she has two of the best scenes in film noir.
Yeah.
The scene in the theater where she play acts the murder scene, and at the end, the scene where she comes on to Brad Dexter is absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best scenes ever in movies, if you ask me. And
people should stick around, because we have another Evelyn Keyes movie coming up. But right now, straight ahead, another example of film noir from the early 50s. This one stars Steve Cochran and Ruth Roman. Ruth, the same year audiences saw her in Alfred Hitchcock's Strangers on a Train.
Tonight on Turner Classic Movies, Steve Cochran can't run from his past, and tomorrow is another day. Then director Michael Curtiz pushes John Garfield to the breaking point. And Van Heflin obsesses over Evelyn Keyes in The Prowler. TCM stalks in the night tonight.